Welcome to episode 1029 of Apartment Hacker. This is Mike Burnett, Apartment Hacker. It's my mission to tease out human potential in the multifamily space. So let's talk about how PropTech has impacted the multifamily space in the context of the pandemic. And a lot of smart people much smarter than me, have written articles and certainly done podcasts and promoted thoughts and ideas about how the pandemic is really accelerated the pace of PropTech, especially in the area of adoption, and certainly in areas of the business that I think work was already in motion, and some companies had already launched things. I know we had already put virtual leasing in place, or at least the first pieces of virtual leasing in place on the way of a virtual leasing consultant or an AI or machine learning, however you want to, whatever term you want to use to label that. But I think two lessons, if I were to think about the lessons that we've learned in terms of utilizing technology in the context of a pandemic, and certainly this most recent one in the way of COVID, I think the two things that we've learned is, one, ship and iterate. That's something that comes out of Silicon Valley. You get the best viable product, you put it out into the marketplace, and then you let the market tell you what adjustments need to be made to your technology, to your offering, and then you bring that feedback back to the lab, back to the engineers, and then they iterate the product or offering. So I think that the multifamily space, the real estate space at large, learned how to ship and iterate. Self-guided tours are an example. Literally within a week of the pandemic sitting in a mass way, we were able to pivot and put out virtual leasing, right? Or self-guided tours. Every company did that. No one company was any better at it than any other company. We all shipped it and we iterated after we got some feedback from the public or the end user. So I think we were taught that. And then I think along the lines of that lesson, I think we were taught that we can do things very rapidly in the multifamily space. It's no secret that the multifamily space has lagged far behind many other industries in the way of uptake, right? Or introducing technologies into our operations. I think largely because legacy systems just don't move fast, right? Legacy property management systems do not move fast. They'll tell you they have skunk works going on in the garage. They will tell you that they're innovative. They will tell you all those things, but they don't have necessarily a vested interest in making things happen quickly because their business works, right? And so in the limited amount of choice is a constraint for operators, even big, large-scale operators, to force change within those property management legacy systems. So, but I think the pandemic has really set the stage for rapid adoption and rapid iteration of offerings and new platforms coming to solve problems that we didn't know we had, or problems that we did know that we had that we didn't have a technology to put against. And so this pandemic has really highlighted that for many, and if not all, organizations, that you can do things fast. You don't have to sit in a bureaucracy, and you don't have to stand handcuffed by big legacy systems. You can actually go make things happen. Some of those things don't even have to do with technology, right? Self-guided tours could happen by way of someone going over and unlocking a door, going through a verification, a leasing consultant. Somebody wants to look at an apartment and you don't have a digital lock, go over with a key and unlock the door and use some sort of check system, right? Where you do get driver's license, you do get credit card prior to someone walking in the door, so that if something happens, you have something to go back on. But you could make self-guided tours happen without technology. We can put things in place very rapidly to solve problems that present themselves. So take us out of a situation where you have the catalyst of a pandemic and keep the principles of moving fast, right? Breaking things and shipping and iterate and fixing and moving along, building the airplane as you're falling off the cliff, so to speak. We're capable of that. There are an endless number of intelligent, sophisticated, smart people in the multifamily space that have been solving problems for years and years and years. And there are a cohort of youth coming into the multifamily space that are wicked smart, that can put solutions against age-old problems that have become purple cows or become or sacred cows rather, become just, we've always done it that way, so why would we do it any different kind of thinking. And so I think that the go forward for the property management space, the multifamily management space, is unbelievably exciting. I think there are many things that are coming together that will make our space super interesting to college graduates, people coming out of business school, people coming out of psychology school, sociology school, schools of the humanities. And our industry will be super interesting to them in the way of not just the tech, but how the tech complements the human and what that will mean for the human in the way that they serve others in the multifamily space. So super excited about being in the multifamily space at this time of my career as I get to make observations of people coming into the space, and I hate the word disrupting, but that potentially is what it is people disrupting the way that we do business today, and our ability as owners and operators to take advantage of that intelligence and that capability. Love to hear your thoughts. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.